Hello everyone, my name is Anna Potness, and today with me I have the Learning and Development Manager of Coca-Cola Kwanza Limited, Miss Naomi John, and we're talking about women in leadership. As you already know, on 8th of March, the city is going to be having a Rising Women Initiative at Serena Hotel. So she's here today with us, and she'll be talking about women and leadership and how did she get to where she is today. My name is Anna Potness. I welcome you all.
Baada ya kumaliza kidato cha 4 sikuwa na uwezo wa kuendelea na shule. Ndio nilipoajiliwa rasmi Geita Gold Mine Limited na niliajiliwa kama dumper truck operator. Nilipata mafunzo kwa muda wa miezi 3. So miaka 18 sasa niko kwenye operation. Tunapoongelea dumper truck ni mashine kubwa, inahitaji ujasiri wa hali ya juu hasa kwa mwanamke. Cha kwanza uipende kazi. Kuwa strong kama hujaipenda kazi you can't do it. Tulikuwa tuna roster ya siku 6. Tunafanya kazi mchana siku 3, tunafanya kazi usiku siku 3, tunapumzika siku 3. Mimi ninachokiamini na ninachokifanya mwanaume nina uwezo wa kukifanya, inawezekana tena zaidi. Hilo dampa nimeliendesha, nilikuwa naendesha na wanaume. Kuna wanaume walikuwa hawawezi kumaliza usiku, lakini mimi nilikuwa naweza. So it's not about gender, ni uthubutu. Kuwa mwanamke haikufanyi wewe kuwa less. Anything the man can do, the woman can do better. That is what I believe. Geita Gold Mine Limited ina system yake moja kwa issue ya matibabu. Dependents wanatibiwa, wewe mwenyewe unatibiwa. Education allowance wanalipa. Sasa inategemea na una watoto wangapi, lakini mwisho ni watoto 4. Thanks to Geita Gold Mine Limited ninaendelea na maisha, nimejenga. Nina binti yangu ana miaka 10 sasa hivi, namsomesha. Ndoto yangu kubwa ni kumuona anasoma na kupata professional nzuri. Hata kama professional haitampa matokeo positive, aende mbali zaidi. Ushauri wangu kwa madada, hakuna ambacho kinashindikana. Ni wewe tu unakuwa na ambition kiasi gani kwamba unataka kufanya nini. So everything is possible.
Naomi.
Hi Anna.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you very much for doing this with us today.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I want to know a lot of things about you, but first, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Who are you? What do you do? And how did you get to be where you are as a leader today?
Thank you. Let me just start with my career journey.
Yes.
I started off 2015 March,
Okay.
1st of March. That's when I joined Coca-Cola Kwanza.
Okay.
And I started off as HR administrator.
Okay.
Then I went through the different roles in HR. I went through HR officer, then HR manager for Mbeya plant. Then in 2019, I was just moved to Dar es Salaam as Learning and Development Manager.
Okay.
Which is my current role. So with me, I bring 6 years of experience in a role. This has been my 6th year with Coca-Cola Kwanza, but in a very same department, human resources.
Okay.
So I've been in a different role, but I would say that I'm serving the same mission. Same mission in a human resource department. When we talk about human resource, most likely we talk about managing human capital resource.
Yeah.
So it's basically what you are doing. But in in L&D now, learning and development, I basically look after the development of our own internal resources, how we develop our internal resources, how we attract our talents, how we develop them, just to building the learning culture, the continuous learning culture within the organization. So with me, I bring 6 years of experience and under the same roof of human resources. We have just categorized the different services in the human resources department. We have HR services and also have L&D, where I'm now looking after. So under L&D, I look after leadership and functional I would say functional competence. I look after individual development. I look after teams development, which is also function, and I also look after the career development. So in a nutshell, that is my job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. So you talked about leadership, and
Yeah.
since you're dealing with leadership position, I want to know, here at Coca-Cola Kwanza Limited, do you have a policy that aims at creating gender balance? If you do, can you tell us a little bit about it?
Maybe I should not say a policy. I would say we have initiatives.
Initiatives,
yeah,
okay.
I'd say we have an initiative. But we have a policy that cuts across the development. But we have an initiative for make sure that we're striking a balance in our leadership between men and men, just to make sure that we have, let's say, we have 50% women who are sitting in a leadership roles, and 50%. Also have 50%, and that is where we are aiming.
Okay.
This is what we are going. We need to have 50% of women sitting in leadership, and also 50% of men sitting. So to strike a balance, we have a different initiative.
Okay.
And what we actually have, we have different development program that we have.
Okay.
That is specifically designed for grooming women. We have the program, I would say it's an interest program for us. It's called Graduate in Training.
Okay.
That is GIT. We call it GIT. The GIT program started off 12 years back.
Okay.
Yeah. And through that program, we make sure that it's for all. I think it's cut across all genders, but we also give priorities for women, just to have a balance.
Okay.
If we recruit 10 delegates in that program, we recruit at least we should have at least 50% of women in that program.
Okay.
It's a 1-year program where we equip our fresh graduates with functional competence, upskill the functional skills, and also we look around how we can develop them at the area of specialization. So through the programs, it's a 1-year program. Through the program, we just make sure that after the program we have a talent that we can place in a specific department.
Okay.
So I would say that is for the entry role.
Okay.
So the second initiative, it's a second program, I would say. It's called Management Talent Development Program. That is MTDP. That is special program for those who are sitting at managerial levels. So we develop the women who are sitting under managerial levels just to excel them or to accelerate them to take up the director roles. So I would say we also have that program. The other program we call the Bulletproof Manager.
Okay.
It's also cut across the company, cuts across the genders, but we also give priority for women. So, and also the big program that we have for women, that is also not special only for women. It's called Women in Leadership. It's called WIL.
WIL.
WIL. The WIL program is only for women, and it started off, I would say, it has more than 10 years, I would say.
How is it working?
Yeah, it's working very well because the women that we have today in a managerial level and in the director levels are the products of this program.
Okay.
Yes. So even the GIT one, our sales and marketing director, her name is Josephine, is also a product of the GIT program. She was in the very first cohort of the GIT program.
Okay.
She went through the MTDP as well. She went through the WIL program as well. So the WIL program is really excelling very well. So I would say for us it's a big one, and it has given us a mileage when it comes to the women development. And actually the aim, as I said before, the aim is to have 50% of women in
leadership managerial levels. Okay.
Actually. And for us, we have 2 levels of leadership positions. We have those who are sitting under managerial levels, and we have those who are sitting under directorial levels. Director levels are those who are overseeing the country. We are sitting at the 25% now versus the previous years. I remember in 2018 we were sitting at the 14%.
So now it's 25.
Exactly. So now it's
Okay.
25. Now
Okay.
we
You're
kind of
growing.
moving forward. We're moving forward with the those who are sitting at the managerial levels, which are greater management team for us. We sit at a rate of 27 from this year at the moment. And when you look at the 2019 rate, we're sitting at 21%.
Okay.
So we'd see keeps growing from
Okay.
where we were to where we are now. So for me, I would say it's a good program for us.
You're doing pretty good. You're doing
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Congratulate! I
Thank
congratulate you and the managerial
The
level,
leadership,
the
yeah.
leadership.
Yes.
You're doing a good job because a lot of people here in Tanzania, we don't have those programs to empower women, to give them a chance to get to a leadership position. You understand?
I
So like
do,
you're doing
yeah.
a good job. So I congratulate you, the
Thank you.
leadership and everything.
Thank you.
Let's talk about you. You're a young leader.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, how old are you?
Approaching my 30th year.
30th, okay.
Yeah.
That's good, but
Yeah.
you started when you were very young. You said you have
At the
6 years of experience.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 of experience with Coca-Cola Quans.
With
Before I
Coca-
worked somewhere else.
Okay.
Yes, so I would say I bring with me 7 years of experience.
7
yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're doing
Yeah.
a pretty good job
Thank
and
you.
you're in a good position.
Thank you.
Okay, so I want to know from you, did you always know what you wanted to be growing up? When you were a kid, growing up, did you always knew like, this is what I wanted to do? Or it just happened?
And I would say every one of us have a like a sketch program, like a sketch picture of where we want to go. But it's not bad. I'd say, however, life is giving us a different choice.
Yes.
And you may wake up today morning and have a different thought about yourself. You can change your journey even today. You can change your journey even the next 2 years. So I grew up knowing that I'll be a leader someday.
Okay.
I grew up knowing that.
Okay.
And I think that will be because I'm a firstborn in our family.
Okay.
So I assumed the responsibility of being a kind of a deputy parent and being a leader at a younger age, looking after my younger siblings. So that shaped the kind of who I want to be in the next,
Okay.
So I grew up knowing that I would want to be in a certain kind of life. So yeah, I would say where I am today, I saw it years back, but I still have a fresh mind. I would say a fresh, a growth mindset of where I want to be.
Okay.
So with me, ahead of me, there's still a journey, there's still a roadmap that I would really want to take to reach where I want to go.
And you will.
Yeah.
And you will.
I know I will.
So, a lot of people that I've interviewed before, they say that in order to be a good leader, it has to start from the family, like that you were born or raised in.
Yeah.
Do you believe in that? And were you raised that way to become a leader, or is it just something that you're born with? It's something that you just grow it in yourself?
There's one question, the how you have asked it. I've come across the question that they used to say, they were used to ask, are leaders born or are made?
Yes.
I believe leadership comes with skills. So yeah, I would say it comes with skills. So and any skills can be learned. Did I say it can be learned? You can attain any skill. You can just choose to learn any skill. So I would say, with my own view, my perception, I would say leaders can be made. You can just choose today to be a leader. It's just like any other skill. You just build it and then you possess it. So
since you talked about leadership skills, I want to know from you, do you think, let's talk about formal training. Do you think in order for someone to become a good leader, do they have to get a formal training? Do they have to go to school to learn about it so that they can become a good leader? You talked about you can grow it in yourself.
Yeah.
But do they have to get a formal training in order to become great leaders?
Yeah, I would say yes.
Okay.
That is one. And I would want to put in a ratio.
Okay.
And let's say you need to get like 30% formal training. Formal training has its own value and it has its own space to sit. So 30% and 70%, you know, you have after 30%, you now need to possess. You know, you went to class already. You have acquired the 30% of the skills that you need, and you need to put into practice by 70%.
Okay.
Now you go back. And you possess the skills, you put into practice. You learn that what you have learned, you're not going to put into practice by 70%. Okay. I think now, by doing that, you can have at least 100% of it, like a total package of a leadership.
Okay,
yeah,
that's good.
So I would say it's a 30%
formal training, then
you go informal practice by 70% to make it work. Yeah.
Okay. And did you ever have a mentor? Because I know a lot of people are struggling to find someone to mentor them to become great leaders. Did you have that, or did you ever struggle to find someone to mentor you, or you had someone along the way that helped you to become who you are today?
I would say I have a coach.
Okay.
I have a coach, and I started off my official, I'd say my formal coaching sessions last year. Okay. Yeah. So it has its percent to play. You know, I say like 70%. I mean, 30% you go formal, have your training, but along the process of putting to practice, you also need a coach along the journey. So your coaching session sits under the 70%. So for me, I started off my coaching sessions early last year. So, yeah, and I've seen how it has helped me.
Okay, so it has helped you improve.
Exactly.
Okay, that's good. So what is he teaching you, or what is he or she teaching you, like your coach?
It's not more about teaching.
Okay. What is it about?
Coaching. How we do about coaching. You know, you have your own potentialities. Now, how to unleash them. You may need someone that is good enough to take it out. So during the coaching session or during the coaching period, your coach is not telling you what to do. Okay. Is helping you unleashing the potentials
that you have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, like, do you advise the mentor, the coaches?
It's very important.
Okay. Then when did you realize that you needed that? Because you said you started last year.
Yeah, and I realized last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
What made you realize that you needed a coach?
By that time, it was when I had my 1 year in my current role, and I thought I was having a lot of things to do at the moment. I mean, in my plate, and I wanted to have someone that
can guide you.
Can guide me.
Okay.
So, yeah. Then I thought, okay, at the moment I need a coach. So I had to reach it out.
Okay.
And looking for one. Yes.
Since you're a young leader, a young woman, I want to hear from you. What is the biggest challenge? What do you think is the biggest problem that made women to still not get the biggest role in the managerial levels and the leadership position, and men are still growing and becoming leaders, but we women, despite of all the efforts that have been made by the government, by the women themselves and different organizations, but we're still down there. What is the biggest problem? What do you think is the biggest problem?
I think I would say where we are now is not where we were in 10 years back. So there is a progress from us, from Coca-Cola Kwanza, I would say from different companies out there, as a government as well. There's a progress that have been made. So, and I think when you say about the challenges that we face, that are still not allowing us to get there, I would say awareness.
Awareness.
Yeah, I'd say awareness.
For women or both sides, men and women?
I would say both sides.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to just drive awareness, because if you only do that for women, we also have like the MDs, CEOs who are not women.
Yes.
So men have to be also involved. So we need to drive kind of awareness, and I think we'll get there, because where we are now, I believe there's a certain percent that we have built from where we were.
Okay.
And I believe there were initiatives that were being raised from 10 years back that drove us to where we are now. So I believe if we keep pushing, if we keep looking around, what are the areas that present us with opportunities for improvement, we can look around and work on the areas. If it's awareness, it could be other challenges, I would say, or maybe it's through us women ourselves.
Yes.
So we just need to look around. If it's also women, if the opportunity avails, we need to take chance. I
Okay.
would say that. So
You talked about us women, like we might be the problem. That, can you elaborate? Because there are others who say like us women, we bring each other down. We don't support each other. When a woman isn't like in the position that you are right now, do you support other women to become great leaders, to move from where they are to a next level? Do you do that, or do you just bring others down because you're a woman? Because people say that women bring each other down. Do you believe in that, or is that not our biggest challenge, or does that not cause the problem that we have right now?
I tend to term that statement like women bring each other down. I tend to term that statement as like a personal statement. But if you just view it from a, I don't know, maybe from a professional way, I don't believe if we bring each other down.
Okay.
Because like where I sit, my KPIs or my daily work routines have a direct impact to my have a direct impact to what you're talking about. Like as I mentioned earlier, I've mentioned different programs that we actually do,
Yes,
and those are my KPIs.
Okay.
And I'll make sure that my KPIs are full attained. How am I going to get them full attained? By supporting the women that we have. If it's to get 50% by 2025 in our leadership boardroom, I'll make sure that the WIN program, the Women Leadership Program, it's moving well. So I would say it's not only about us ourselves that we bring each other down. It's I've had this statement once say like sharks eat sharks, so you have to be a stronger shark to survive.
Okay.
So you have to avail yourself for the opportunities. You have to make yourself available for the opportunity.
Yes.
So I would say if we have our awareness, if we dare or to take up opportunities, we'll get where we want to be. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so Naomi, I have 2 more questions
Yeah.
before we finish this interview. But I want to know, what has been the most vulnerable moment in your career, in your journey? Like, what has been the most vulnerable moment? When you sit down, you look at them, you be like, why did I have to go through this? Did you ever feel like you wanted to quit at some point?
I'll put it in that way. Maybe I'm not ready to mention the scenario as
Yes,
it
it's
was,
okay.
but I believe in the power of resilience, like being resilient. So, and I've learned that, but it's also in me. I'm not going to say what I went through that made me feel vulnerable.
Yes.
But the moment that I hit that look, I remember where I actually want to go. So that my mind get retrieved, and it awakens the power of resilience in me. So I have that ability to bounce back. I call it bounce back ability. So
Okay.
I get to retrieve my mind and thinking of, okay, as much as I want to quit now, as much as this thing is not really give me the favor that I want, but I know what I know where I want to go. So
Yes.
I tend to keep my
Your head straight.
Yeah,
You
yes.
Okay, good for you. Looking back in your life, your career, your journey, if you were given an opportunity to change anything in your life, what would it be?
I would change on how I manage and use my time. I would say the time allocation.
Okay, time management.
Yeah, time management.
Yes.
It's not more of a management, but allocation of time. Like
Okay.
I allocate this percent to this angle. I allocate this percent maybe to this angle. I would really look on how I allocate my time. So I'd really go back and work on my time allocation, because I realized that there's a specific area that I have just invested my time, and I find that there's a different angle of life that also needs my time. But so I would really focus on how to allocate my time, just to have a fair quadrant of managing it. Yeah. So yeah. I'd put it
That's
that
good.
way.
I think
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, I would put that way, because
Well-
the things that I thought I would have managed to have by
Yes.
now, or managed to put it into action actually
Yes.
by now, but I think I've just not wasted my time. I've just allocated my
You
time
just
somewhere else.
that you were not supposed to.
Exactly.
Okay, so that is something that you change back.
Exactly.
Okay, but you have already taken to action,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah, okay. You have any advice that you want to give out to women that are watching you right now?
Yeah.
Anything that you want to advise them that they should do in order to overcome these challenges that we're facing as women,
Yeah.
in order to become good leaders someday, in order to lead or be in top positions? What do you have to say to women that are watching you right now?
I would say how we are wired. We are wired in a way that we can multiple task. So if we can multiple task, let us take multiple opportunities, because how we are wired in a sense that you can assume this responsibility, you can go to the next responsibility. So we should not really rely on a single single area, or if you are only responsible for family caregiving. You should not only look after that, it's important, but also look in the area that you can also grab another opportunity. If it's a business, grab it. If it's whatever, it's an employment, grab it. If it's whatever the entrepreneur things, grab it. Raising a family, grab it. So I believe how we are wired, we can assume a number of responsibilities.
Okay.
So for us, we are wired different. So let us behave different. I would
Women
say
are
that.
wired different.
Exactly.
So, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time, Naomi. I had so much fun. I learned a lot from you. I hope women that are watching and other people that are watching right now through Mwananchi Digital have learned a lot from you today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Just to remind you, on 8th of March, we'll be having a Rising Women initiative at Serena Hotel with the aim of empowering and recognizing women in top position. So the event will be airing live from Mwananchi YouTube channel and Clouds Plus. Be sure to tune in so that you can learn a thing or two from women that will be attending at that event. My name is Anna Potness. I thank you so much for your time. Keep on watching Mwananchi YouTube channel for more information. Till next time, bye-bye.